Good morning, Jags. Today we've gotten together to talk about things that are related to being safe. I'm Deanna.
I'm Paige.
I'm Ayla.
I'm Kiara.
And I'm Eva. We've got a lot of things to talk about, so let's get started.
A big topic on campus right now that relates to safety is a problem that's new to our school, and that's food throwing.
It's unfortunate that we have to talk about this.
I know, right? I can't believe that so many students have been throwing food. It's become such a big problem.
But it's not just at lunch anymore. I've been seeing kids throwing food around and outside of the cafeteria.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of food throwing, specifically carrots, in some of my classes.
Me too. My teachers have been getting mad at my whole class for what only a few students have been doing lately.
Why do kids act so irresponsibly? It's like they don't understand that something that they think is funny has severe consequences.
One of our reporters, Allison Labouquet, has more about this story.
Recently, we've had an increase of not only food getting thrown, but also just garbage in general being left on the floors. But we have had issues of fruit being thrown in both lunches.
I've seen one of my friends get hit in the face with a can before. So one day at lunch, I was just eating my food, and then a guy, he was throwing this can around, and the can, it accidentally hit my face, and it hit me under my eye right here.
I had to pick him up early because he had a few stitches, or he had a few cuts above his eye, and I had to take him to the hospital so he can get temporary stitches.
People should never throw food because it's just not safe.
I can't believe kids are actually being hurt by carelessness.
It's just sad.
We should be able to come to school without worrying about being hurt.
I really hope that people would stop and think about the consequences of their actions.
Let's talk about some other things related to safety. Paige, do you have anything?
Yeah, there's backpack safety. When you leave your backpack unsupervised, bad things can happen.
Did you guys want to go get lunch? Stop! That's not safe!
Leaving your backpack unattended is not safe. Someone can trip over it or even take your belongings.
Oh!
Keeping your backpack with you at all times is the best way for you to keep your belongings safe.
Now, let's take a minute to get caught up with what's happening in the news. Got a minute?
Then it's time for some news.
The end really is near for Toy Story. Tom Hanks sent out this photo of himself recording his last lines for the Disney's franchise fourth and final installment.
Pope Francis became the first pontiff to visit an Arab Gulf state after he landed today in the United Arab Emirates.
Lavish Indian weddings are becoming more and more popular and expensive after Nick Jonas spent nearly $600,000 on his blown-out Indian wedding. And that didn't include the dresses.
Famous rapper 21 Savage was arrested yesterday in Atlanta for being an illegal immigrant. Savage has long rhymed and talked about his Atlanta upbringing, but ICE says he's British.
Virginia Democratic Governor Ralph Northam refused to step down following controversy involving a racist photo from his yearbook.
The governor denied his involvement in the image, but later admitted to participating in a Michael Jackson dance contest where he wore blackface.
No one's quite sure what's going to happen next.
Those are today's headlines.
We'll see you next time when you've got a minute.
Thanks for keeping us informed, Asha and Jalen.
We've had a lot of rain lately. Check this out.
Really wet conditions can create safety hazards at school. Have you guys seen our gym? We've recently had a nice upgrade. Reporter Jane Nguyen brings us the story.
After nearly 20 years of use, the crash pads in our gym were showing their age and were in need of being replaced. In addition to being safer than the old pads, the new pads have the added upgrade of having our mascot on them.
The gym looks awesome.
The gym makes me think of sports, and that makes me think of
Sports Talk.
Hey Jags, I'm Abby.
And I'm Allison.
And it's time to talk Sports Talk.
The 7th grade basketball season is already underway.
With only 3 games played so far, it's too soon to predict how the season will take shape.
The boys team won their first game against Jackman and lost their second and third games against Albioni and Pinkerton.
Here we see Maddox Porto go in for a layup. He misses, but Jaden Ott gets the rebound and scores a 2-point layup.
As a team is closing in offensively, Tracy Manfredi passes the ball to Maddox Porto. He scores a 3-pointer for the team.
Coach CT shared with us the team's progress this season.
We played really well, we played hard, we were together, our offense looked a lot better than game 1, and right now we're just building day by day to get better for our next game.
Overall, there was still enough of the season for the boys to put their efforts into coming together on the court to bring home more wins.
Moving into 7th grade girls basketball, the team is currently 2-1, losing by 1 point to Pinkerton.
The score of that game, 31-30, tells a story of great competition.
Take a look at Isabella Azolino as she dribbles down the court and shoots a 2-point layup.
Isabella is one of the team's offensive powerhouses. She reliably adds points to the scoreboard in every game.
Here she is again after an Albioni player misses her shot. She grabs the rebound and dribbles back down the court and adds another 2 points to the board.
Come out to support your Jags as the basketball teams take on Rudder and the wrestling team competes against Smedberg tomorrow here at TJMS.
That's it for today.
I'm Allison.
And I'm Abby.
And we'll see you next time when it's time to talk Sports Talk.
Thanks, Abby and Allison. It's great to see our athletes at the top of their games.
Now it's time to test your knowledge with today's trivia question. Today's trivia question relates to safety in the science lab. The question is, what is the safest way to smell a substance in the science lab? You've got 10 seconds to answer this question. The answer is wafting. Let's take a look.
Let's check in with Kiara and Deanna to see what's trending in their hashtag trending segments.
Hey guys, I'm Kiara and it's time for a hashtag trending.
There's this new backpack that's totally trending.
Well, what's the backpack's name?
No one quite knows how to say its unique Swedish name, but some will try. Since none of us know, let's hear how it's supposed to be said in Swedish.
Rävenkonken backpack.
This is how it's pronounced in English.
Fjällrävenkonken backpack.
No matter how you say it, it's definitely trending.
Now let's get a repeat for all the things we need to know. Hey Jags, I'm Harpreet with the things you need to know this week. Let's take a look at the week. There's a debate club meeting at lunch in MF1. It looks like Tuesday's a pretty busy day. There's a Filipino club meeting at 3 in MH5. There are basketball games at 4 and 5 p.m. and a Peru meeting is going to take place at 5 p.m. in room MH4. Toby B is meeting on Wednesday at 3 p.m. in MC9. Wow, Thursday is jam-packed. There's a dine-out day from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at Panda Express at the corner of Elk Grove and Franklin Boulevard. There's also an informational meeting about leadership, TJTV, and yearbook from 3 to 3:30 in the MP room, and a track and field meeting will take place after school in the gym. The Mathletes permission slip deadline is on Friday, and so is the Disneyland money deadline. Those are the things you need to know this week, and I'm Harpreet.
Thanks, Harpreet. I think it's safe to say that we've got what we need to know.
Well, it's been fun talking with you guys.
I've learned so much from our chat.
I really hope the food throwing stops.
Same here.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of
Things to Talk About.
We'll see you tomorrow.
With more things to talk about. Bye.
Hello, my name is Toby. I'm here with Parag and Sam. Today we'll be showing you how to make a SEVA Awards video.
Hey Toby, what's up?
What's up,
you
Sam?
doing?
We are showing these kids how to make a SEVA Awards video.
Oh, that's right. What are we doing?
Instructional.
Oh, we're showing them how to do a documentary, creative expression, PSA, and school news.
Yes, we are. We will be showing them how to do it, what to do, and a mini short clip. Right, Sam?
Right.
Step 1 to making a SEVA Awards video is you have to think on what your video should be on. That could be PSA, instructional, school news, documentary, or creative expression. Then step 2 is you have to make a storyboard or something to plan out your video. Once that is done, step 3 is you can start filming. You need to have a setting, a place, and a time for all of that. Step 4 is you import all of that footage into the computer and you start editing. Once you're done with editing, that leads you to step 5, which you submit it to SEVA.
Man, this potato sucks.
How dare you ruin potatoes' lives like that? They are the top 10 most wasted things in America. Why don't you waste potatoes, you ask? That's a good question. 5.8 million potatoes are wasted each and every year. That's a lot of potatoes that you can make French fries or other delicious foods.
Hello, in this clip we can see two kids filming their video in the green screen room at Joseph Kerr, and they are currently filming, and the cameraman right there is looking at a TV that he can see much easier what's going on than looking through the screen. Then they stop the film to discuss whether they should use papers or something else to make it look more realistic.
Have a theory about the teachers supposedly coming here every Friday to enjoy themselves with lots of drinks and candy. This evidence is supported by much water and some toys over here, especially more stuff like similar to that.
Thanks for showing me how to make the SEVA Awards video.
You're welcome, Sam. That was how to make a SEVA Awards video.
First, before we get into the topic of what I'm going to talk about, what exactly is self-esteem? Self-esteem, according to Google, is confidence in one's worth or abilities, or self-respect. So basically, a person with a good amount of self-esteem believes that they can accomplish anything with their skills and become a better person overall. But what happens if we take that away from them? People with low self-esteem tend to feel negative towards themselves, saying they're no match for life's challenges, being socially awkward, and feeling as if nobody wants to hang out with them. These kinds of people tend to get mentally hurt easier than others due to the lack of faith in themselves. But while they are very similar, it's important to know the difference between low self-esteem and depression. Although you usually feel like the human equivalent of trash every day, having low self-esteem doesn't usually interfere with day-to-day activities like chores and school. But depression isn't just sadness. Being majorly depressed completely drains your energy and makes everyday life even harder. Some studies have shown that self-esteem is usually stable, while depression is constantly changing over time. In fact, being negative to yourself alone has some pretty nasty effects on the body when bad thoughts are often circling around in your head. A study has shown that stress and negativity for a long time can cause damage to the immune system, making you more vulnerable to diseases. But what can we do to stop the bad talk in our brain? According to various sources, it's actually really simple. Quit listening to the voice in your head and try being more positive about yourself. You can recognize when you start having these kinds of bad thoughts and then not accept its poor criticism. You can think of it as a person insulting you. You can easily tell them to stop talking or ignore them, so try taking this approach and responding to the voice in your head. Another way is that you can overcome this by writing a negative thought on a piece of paper, then making a positive counterpart of that, like this. You could do, "You're stupid," to, "I may struggle sometimes, but I'm smart in many different ways." "Nobody likes you," to, "Although I can't make everyone happy, I know that there are still people who accept me for who I am." "Why can't you be like other people?" to, "I may be different from other people, but that's okay." Now you need to start accepting yourself for your mistakes and differences. Self-compassion is like treating yourself like a friend. A good friend would never make fun of you for who you are. Some research has even shown that self-compassion is even better for the mind than self-esteem. Although it sounds real easy, self-compassion is kind of hard at first. You'll eventually get the hang of it later on when you keep practicing. Here are some ways you can practice self-compassion. Number 1, acknowledge and notice your suffering. Number 2, be kind and caring in response to suffering. And 3, know that we're all human and we make mistakes. Also, don't compare yourself to other people. There's always someone who's better at something than you are, but that's okay. Stopping this habit and thinking about who you want to be is a good way to start. Then setting up your goals to become that person is even better. You can also try making other people happy to boost your own confidence. For example, I challenge myself to hold a door for at least someone every day whenever I'm going somewhere. Perform some random acts of kindness. You can even help homeless people and donate money to the hospital. Whatever helps you overcome negativity, I wish you good luck. And stay positive.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I heard you want to learn how to make homemade mac and cheese. My team and I are here to give you a step-by-step instructional video on how exactly to do that. Now let's pass it off to Ethan. He'll show you how.
Thanks, Josh. So, you want to learn how to make homemade mac and cheese? I'm the guy. Here, I'll show you. Alright, so this meal is great for family gatherings, get-togethers, or maybe just yourself if you're feeling hungry. Here, I'll show you the ingredients. 1 pound of macaroni, 3/4 cup Velveeta, 1 whole stick of butter, 1/4 cup of provolone, 3/4 cup Munster, 3/4 cup sharp cheddar, 3/4 cup mild cheddar, 3/4 cup Monterey Jack cheese, 2 whole eggs, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 2.5 teaspoons of salt, 1 whole can of evaporated milk, 1 tablespoon of oil. So those are the ingredients. Now the first step is to boil some water. Now we're going to add our salt, then our oil, Then let that raise to a boil. Now we're gonna add our noodles.
Make sure to keep stirring your noodles so it doesn't burn.
Let that sit for 7 minutes. In the meantime, cut your cheese into cubes. Now let's take the noodles off the stove and let it drain. Pour your noodles into a large baking pan. Now that we have our ingredients and cooked noodles in front of us, we can assemble. First, we're going to add 1 whole stick of melted butter. Next, we're going to add 1 whole can of evaporated milk. Now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of pepper and 2½ teaspoons of salt. Next, we're going to add 2 whole beaten eggs. Add sharp cheddar, then normal cheddar. First, we're going to do Munster, then Velveeta, then Provolone, Monterey Jack. Now we're going to take it to the oven. Bake for 15 minutes.
Make sure you use oven mitts so you don't burn yourself.
Now we're going to take it out and stir. Now let it bake for 20 to 25 more minutes. Now take the noodles out and enjoy.
Thanks, Ethan. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video that me and my team put together for you guys.
Taiko drummers. The taiko drum is a Japanese percussion instrument that combines music and movement and spirit. The drums are made of cowhide stretched over the ring. The rhythm of the drums are choreographed with 7 drummers. This large gong added to the performance. Students got to sing along. Even the teachers got into the action. The taiko drummers were enjoyed by the whole school. Taiko drummers.
How water smart are you? Did you know that leaving the faucet running while brushing your teeth wastes 5 gallons of water? Use reusable water bottles instead of single-use water bottles. When showering, each minute reduced saves 2.5 gallons of water. Turn off water. America wastes 1 trillion gallons each year. Save our environment. Conserve water. Learn more at bewatersmart.info.